What's up, good people? What's up, Tiff? We up early this morning, huh? We got to talk about it. I tried. And you see, I'm wiping coal out my eyes still. Bam washed his face, but didn't get everything. And I got bug on my head like Prince had last night. Bama had a scorpion or something on top of his head. Crazy. But I am. This Washington football team debacle is just spiraling out of control already. We ain't even... How long Rivera been in? How long he been here? It's too early for this, man. It's too early. It's like when you're a babysitter and you got some kids and it's the first time watching the kids, and as soon as the parents leave, Bama start going in the fridge, throwing popcorn in the air on the floor or acting all crazy. Like, dog, what is y'all doing? Y'all act like this when your parents is here. What y'all do? That's what it's like right now. They out of control early. So I tried this morning. I was like, yeah, let me see what they gonna be talking about on the radio, right? Let me just see. Shout out to Reese Waters. I listened to Reese Waters last night. I thought his show was pretty good. I thought he really encapsulated all the situation and stayed objective with his analysis of the whole Dwayne Haskins benching and all of that. And I thought it was cool. Some of the callers was off their rocker and was wilding, and I was like, yeah, what are you talking about, bro? Like, the callers was off the chains last night. I was like, these people don't understand, you know? People just don't have a clue. And I realized too, this don't have nothing to do with like football, but I realized that 98% of the population are not smart people, though. It's a lot of dumb people out here. Like, their intellect, their IQ is just capped. Like, it's capped. Like, they're easily misguided, you can tell them anything, they just go with it like, oh, okay, oh, just simple-minded, just don't have the capacity to look at multiple perspectives or perspectives outside of themselves. And it's apparent, especially in situations like this, where you can tell, like, there's been an indoctrination of, like, how people are supposed to think and perceive certain situations, because it's happened so long that when you try to call it out or speak to it, and how it's clear, you know, racial undertones and things that exist, people will be like, no, young, how can you say that, blah, blah, because they've been conditioned to think this way. They've been conditioned to, like, overlook these factors and not take into account certain things. Yo, I turned on the radio this morning, and they had the audacity, let me get my pronunciations correct, to say that Dwayne Haskins, a comparison, is Ryan Mallett. They compared Dwayne Haskins to Ryan Mallett. This Bama was drafted in the 3rd round to the New England Patriots, where they had TB Tom, TB12 already there. Come on, bro. Stop it. And you know the skin tone of the Bama saying this. Ryan Mallett was a backup quarterback, dog. He wasn't no first-round pick. Oh, he had a big arm. Stop it, dog. And then people call it in, black and white, which is surprising to me, because it's like, come on, dog. I've been saying it, and I'm going to keep saying it. All I want to see my man get is 16 games. You're saying that you're trying to develop him. You're trying to get him, you know, ready to play and write and all this other stuff. And you just discard after week 5? And of course, Dwayne's family and all of that. See, I don't like when they try to spin this, say, oh, you know, his family's disgruntled now, so, you know, you can't even keep him, blah, 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 this and that, whatever. Like, If I'm part of the family, I'm disgruntled too. Because this is that funny business. 5 games? 5 games, dog. With the new, and I keep saying 5 games because, like, we're talking about this regime with this player and what they sold us and told us they were going to do and how they were going to do it. All that. And then you just hit the discard button, dog. You just dump trash. Off break. It's premature. And if I was the family, I'd be disgruntled too. The agent, yeah, all of them, they have cause to be disgruntled and to be upset. Because there's no way. Yeah, I'm upset about it. I'm upset, bro. I'm upset. And the reason I'm upset is because, young, I'm not talking about for today and Dwayne Haskins and the Washington football team. They're not winning anything with Kyle Allen, dog. Let's stop it. And I'm upset because they're going to try to convince people that Kyle Allen is a better solution. They're going to try to convince you, oh, young Kyle Allen, blah, blah, we can win now. We can do all this. We can do 1 game out of the division and all that stuff. Stop it, dog. Stop it. If Kyle Allen busts a great for the rest of the season and the Washington football team go to the playoffs and they in a first round playoff game that matters, I get on here, I tell you, look, I was wrong about Kyle Allen. Bama won games. He did X, Y, and Z. You know, that was the right decision at the time or whatever. You know, I know you went away from Dwayne Haskins. That was a tough decision and all that stuff. Dog, I don't care about love, dog. I don't care about love. Dog, if you love, like, his job was to turn this franchise around. His job was to come in and switch the culture up. His job was to come in and develop a young talent in Dwayne Haskins. If you didn't plan to do none of that, then you should have said that off break. Listen, I'm coming in here, you know, we're bringing in our guy to see and evaluate, and we're going to look at Dwayne. You know, we don't have an off season to really look at him. The first 4 games are evaluation games for us to decide if we're going to move forward with Dwayne Haskins. You could have said that, bro. You could have said that. Dog, listen, I'm not talking about what he did. I'm talking about what the Bama said to everybody, and this is part of the culture, the toxic culture of our organization. The Bama say one thing and do another. That's part of it. All these interviews before the season, all these interviews about Dwayne Haskins. In the draft, we went into the draft. This Bama told us, oh no, we got our quarterback, woo, 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 all of this, all of that. So the fact that you said all that, I want my man to get 16 games. If he's some trash, let him be trash all the way out, dog. Everybody else get the same deal, dog. When their complexion is different, up the street, they get 16 games plus. They talk about, oh yeah, you know, he has promise here, this, and that. He does this well. Woo, woo, he doesn't have no weapons. They make all these excuses. Give my man the same deal. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. And all these fans, they gonna come out here. I've been a fan of the team since the beginning, Mark Rippon days, dog. The bad, the good, and the ugly. I seen it all. And I see a pattern, dog. A pattern of behavior that we always had this conversation, and it's always split because the fan base is always split. There's a population of fan base that thinks like I think, and they like whatever. And I promise you, that section of the fan base is all minorities, dog. I promise you that, dog. And then there's like a large part of the fan base, Northern Virginia and up the way, that's like, yo, this is the right move, and you gotta go with your guy, and blah, blah, blah. I'm not even saying you can't do that. But if I'm bringing my guy in, I'm making it clear that this ain't no guarantees to nobody for nothing. If I'm bringing my guy in, and I'm saying that off break, that's gonna be the consistent message that I'm gonna give. Now you have a Dwayne Haskins. You don't have no value in him at all. Right now, if Daniel Jones went on the trade block, he would have some value. Because of how positive they talk about this Bama, dog. I mean, if you ask me for my evaluation, he's a backup quarterback. That's just my evaluation, bro. That's my evaluation on Daniel Jones. He's a backup quarterback. And maybe Dwayne Haskins is too. But I need to see 16 games to figure that out, dog. Bama's writing them off after 5 games. 4 games, sorry. I just don't get it, dog. I want equality. I want an equitable playing field, dog. And some won't. Some won't. They'll be like, young Ron Rivera, he's not thinking about color, blah, blah, blah. What I'm telling you is, this is what I'm telling you. This is where color comes into play. And some people might believe me and agree with me, and then others will be like, dog, you're reaching, blah, blah, blah. So when I said it, this is, first of all, y'all want to know how OSS got started? It got started because when the whole Kirk Cousins and RG3 situation was going on, I called into the radio and I said, you know what? There's a possibility. I ain't say a guarantee. I said, but there's a possibility that the reason they're going away from RG3 and going to Kirk Cousins is because the offensive coordinator and Kirk Cousins have more relatable conversation. Like they're relatable because they're both of Caucasian descent. So the way that they like view things and how they see things is just it makes them like be on the same page because they have that commonality. We're not gonna act like color doesn't play a dynamic in people getting hired for stuff or people getting elevated when they may not have the credentials. It plays a part. And so when I look at this situation, again, you have an offensive coordinator who's white and could potentially be being put in a position where he's forced to try to play this guy in Dwayne Haskins, who he may or may not like. There may be some personality things he just not digging. And then you have Kyle Allen, where he already has a relationship with, who he already probably kind of knows, and they probably have relatable background and circumstances, dog. That happens. And people get hired and elevated and get demoted on account of that, dog. Bama's relate more. Oh yeah, I like this dude, blah, blah, because we know if the tables were different, you know what I'm saying? Like, if it was and that's why I posed the question yesterday, if it was a black coordinator, will we be having this discussion? So, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is about Dwayne that caused them to kind of say, you know what, this dude, we gotta move forward, we gotta move this. Okay, fine, cool, I understand it. But what I don't understand is you sold us a pack of lies. 1, 2. Why? What is your future move? What is your future move? Is Kyle Allen your future? You're talking about a stopgap to get to the draft and do what? Draft a quarterback? You lose all value in Dwayne Haskins. Now you got Kyle Allen as your backup again. I just what's the end game? And that's what people can't say. Oh, I don't know, what they gonna do, blah blah. The Bama's was talking about Ryan Fitzpatrick after this year potentially coming to the team. Dog, what in the world, dog? This fan base is so. I'm not a fan base. The media, the sports media, is so racist, dog. That these Bama's would even consider Ryan Fitzpatrick, dog. And let me just tell y'all, 2 weeks ago, I turned on the radio just enough just to hear what these Bama's are saying. I turned on it just enough to hear what they gotta say. Last week, they would say, oh no, you gotta give, no, not last week, 3 weeks ago, they was in and out. They were like, oh yeah, Dwayne didn't play well. You may need to look at Kyle Allen, but you gotta stick with him. You gotta give him the time, blah blah blah. He's shown he can be accurate on these short passes. You gotta quicken the offense up and all this other stuff, right? Then today, they're like, oh yeah, it was the right move. You know, he's not making the plays down the field, and you know he checked it down on the last attempt, and he said that, you know, he wasn't trying to, he was trying to take what the defense gave him. Like, that is the biggest reason to sit someone down, dog. Are you kidding me? Dog, that's the thing, Book. I believe that, you know, like, offense is going to look better with Kyle Allen, dog. I think it's going to look better. And people are going to use that to try to justify the move. That's what they're going to do, to try to justify the move. Oh, Young, he's thrown for... But if it end up in an L, it don't mean nothing to me. Stats do not really mean... I mean, yes, I play fantasy football. Yes, you're going to look at the stats and see, you know, you can kind of draw a narrative and paint a picture. But, dog, this man, Kirk Cousins, was the greatest loser to ever touch the field, dog. This man was, like, he throw for big numbers and catch L. In games you need to win. So, stats is, like, they do have value, but I'm not going to overvalue stats. And I think Kyle Allen's stats will be better. But, dog, the problems with the Washington football team are the problems with the Washington football team. And I don't anticipate them going away anytime soon. So, we will see. We will see. And, you know, I want to be clear. Like, people think, oh, you know, you race bait. I'm not race baiting. I'm just only calling out what I see, what I've heard, what the man said, and I'm just matching it up to, like, I'm like, hold on, this doesn't fit this. Like, what are we talking? So, you know, I'm not clear. The culture is the same to me. We are 5 weeks in, and we're already having a quarterback carousel. And then I would love to see Alex Smith touch the field. That'd be icing on the cake. If it got that bad, you got Alex Smith on the field. I mean, we gonna see. Hey, y'all stay up. Y'all be blessed, Young. I'm out. Y'all want to catch the playback, some of you missed, just go on YouTube, Other Side of Sports, YouTube. You catch it there, yeah. All my ranting and raving out there. I'm about to switch teams, man. I can't do this again.